Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. We are first going to start with a quote, but before I just want to tell you my cat is very talkative today. Maybe it's because it's rainy, so you might hear her in the background. So, the quote that I want to share with you today is this. People are not reacting according to who you are, but according to who they are. I wanted to share this with you because I see a lot online things like people are treating you badly because of you, because this, because that. No. The way that people are treating other people, it has nothing to do with other people. It has everything to do with their own patterns of behavior. And this is very much instilled in them, in their psyche, in how they are, how they grew, what they went through. This is what it is. It is their own pattern of behavior, and this has nothing to do with you. But here's the main thing. It is that a person will act the way that they will act according to them and who they are, but it is your job not to accept some kind of behaviors. I'm also saying that because very often we might think that we can change people's behavior, but at the end of the day, very often it is not the case, simply because, as said, they are acting according to their own patterns of behavior. 1 second, I just want to take another candle. I like to have candles on when I'm doing my readings, and we are slowly getting into a reading. So, the thing that you can do, I personally like to tell people, I would appreciate if you wouldn't do that, if you wouldn't do that. If they engage in a conversation, to put clear boundaries. But then I observe, right? And if I see a pattern of behavior that I don't adhere to, I will protect myself. I will take distance. I will do whatever I need to do. I am not taking it personally, the fact that they don't change their behavior, because they are acting according to a pattern of behavior that has built in them since years and years. It is kind of, we could compare it to a programming. And in order to change a programming, think about your computer. A computer, you could take everything out and put a new program into it. With a person, we cannot do that, right? So in order to change the programming, it is rewriting something on something existent. So, it is more complicated than what it seems. It is something that takes time. Not everybody is even able, willing, however you want to turn it, to change their patterns of behavior, right? Some people are very curious and they want to change patterns of behavior, but for some people it is not the case. But what you can do, it is refusing a behavior, simply. And often it means stepping back, putting boundaries, putting some kind of distance, right? So, this is the message that I wanted to share with you today. Let's get into a reading. So, before we start my intro, this is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, it might not be for you. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, some insights, maybe confirmation. But listen to your intuition, right? If I am talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So these two, apply it to your story, to the people in your life. And this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. What are we going to talk about today? Sometimes it is related to the quote in the beginning. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't realize that it is. And at the end of the reading, suddenly I'm saying, oh, in fact, it is related to the quote. So, let's see. Love spell. Honeymoon in reverse. Gambling in reverse. Give it time. Somebody asked me for a love reading, something new. So first of all, I don't choose what we are talking about, right? The cards are guiding me. I'm delivering the message that I need to deliver, but apparently we might be talking about love, but it doesn't mean that it is new love. Yeah, it seems like it is not new love. Move on, communicate. Okay, let me take 3 more. 7, 8, 9. This was here. Okay, so we have air sign in reverse. I don't take it as air sign, especially. Also, I'm not talking especially about the signs of people for the simple reason that we often know the sun sign of someone. But if we are talking, let's say, about the emotional self, then the moon sign is much more important. And it's rare that we know anything else than the sun sign of people. This is why I'm not talking about signs, right? If we are talking here about the air element, about how somebody thinks or communicates, then Mercury is very important, right? So the sun sign, it doesn't tell us a lot. This is why I am not talking especially about the signs. And here when I see air sign, what I consider is that we are talking about the intellect of someone or the way that they communicate here. So let's start here. It is in the 7th place, the place of growth, reflection, healing. Someone here is not healing, right? It doesn't mean that they don't want to communicate. They want to communicate, but are they able to communicate healthily? It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. So, the first card here, which is the setting, we are talking about a love spell. For me, what I understand here, it is that we have someone here who has tried to have some kind of control over your mind, your feelings, all those kind of things, in order to trap you. The way that people are doing it, very often, love bombing, trying to mirror to you what they think that you want to see. They are not being authentic. They are creating the mask, the personality, the identity that they think that you will attach to, right? Can you hear the rain? I love it. I don't know if you can hear it. So, here, this is apparently what's going on, but at the end of the day, for you, it was not a honeymoon. You didn't enjoy it. Somebody took a risk here that they shouldn't have taken. They thought maybe that with time, their love spells would work. It didn't work, as you decided to move on. You might have tried to communicate. But I kind of feel that from the response that you received, you understood here that there were bigger challenges, talking about people's patterns, what we talked about before. And with this caution here, I see a huge red flag. But considering that this reading is coming up, I kind of feel that we still have someone here who think that they can make some kind of love spell on you, right? So they might be thinking all the time about you, hoping that you will think about them. We are all adults here, I guess, from what I see from my metrics. So they might be enjoying themselves, thinking about you, thinking that maybe it would impact you in some kind of way in the energy. So you might think about someone and you might not understand why you think about them, because in fact you are not truly interested in them. Maybe you were in the past, but you understood that there is here a huge red flag, that there are challenges that are things that you don't want to deal with. It might be them, it might be their environment also, it might be the way that they are living, it might be simply that they are very far from you, and you don't want to have a long distance relationship, especially with someone where the communication somehow, I kind of feel here with the air sign in reverse, the air element in reverse here, that they might communicate with you in some kind of way, but you are not getting fed by the communication. There is something that makes you all the time feel that you need more. And I kind of feel that this is a manipulation technique, considering we have the love spell here. I kind of feel that we are talking about someone who is very much trying to control themselves, the narrative, trying to keep you thirsty in some kind of way. And this is why with the communication, they might always end the communication before you are satiated. You are not thirsty anymore. You feel full. Understand what I mean? I don't know if the word satiated exists in English, in fact. But the idea is to say that they always try to leave you with a taste of willing more. Why? Because they are trying to keep you thirsty. Simply. Okay, so let's get into a tarot reading. I'm wondering here if I want to take a few cards from here maybe and see if I'm getting a little bit more information. Let's see. Let's see what I'm getting here. I truly feel here somebody who is very much trying to control you and your feelings. This is what I feel here. That everything in their communication is in fact very much calculated. Yeah, there is no spontaneity here. There is something also with the gambling here in reverse, right? It's like they don't want to take a risk, in fact. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I feel here. The cards that came out is all. This is a lot of empty talking. This for me also reflects somehow on gossip. Someone who is asking advice to everyone and anyone. This is kind of also a controlling tactic. It is someone who doesn't have truly not only trust in themselves, but also it is kind of if they don't understand what is a real soul connection, because in the soul connection, it is two energies that needs to work together. And this person seems to be bringing in a lot of other connections because they are trying to control the narrative here. With this fireplace here, what I feel, it is someone who is trying to keep the fire awake. Exactly with what I said that they were doing, by trying to always leave you on a small fire. You never feel whole, and it's kind of a way to keep you hooked. And then we have the seasoning here. Once again, for me here, this seasoning, it reflects on putting all kind of you know, when you are putting seasoning on food, then in fact, it changes the taste. It kind of covers the taste of the raw element of the food, right? It's kind of what I feel here. They don't want you to have access to their true identity. And so they are putting on all kind of different seasonings. And so it kind of, your taste buds can never truly taste them. I don't know if I'm clear. I hope that I am. because this is truly what I feel here. So let's see. Let's get into the tarot. Let's get a little bit more information about this. Tell me more here, please. Page of Cups in reverse and Five of Wands. Yeah, you see, we have here somebody who is protecting their heart space. They are protecting their heart space. This is the reason why they are so much in control or trying to be in control, because they are trying to protect their heart space. So everything is about their mind and trying to be in control. Five of Wands, creating action, fire. The Five of Wands is talking about conflict. It is talking about competition. They might try to make you feel that you need to compete with other people. In fact, it is truly a way, we are with the Wands. It's a fire element. We saw the fire here before with the fireplace, right? So I kind of feel that they are truly trying to maintain you all the time on some kind of fiery energy, like the passionate energy, I always want more, I always need more. And I kind of feel that it is truly a tactic for them to try to maintain some kind of control over this situation, over this connection. It is not peaceful, it is passionate, but passionate become very draining at the end. Yeah, you can see everything, and I can even move the cards more. Yes, it's good. Okay. Yeah, so they want you to feel that you need to fight for them, right? This is what they want. They want you. They need this fire element. I kind of feel here something very schmexual. To be honest, this is what I feel. Tell me more here, please. The Hierophant in reverse and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, they are being very sneaky. They are being very sneaky. They are trying to be in control here without in fact having any control. They want to present themselves as a person of authority when in fact they have none, because they have no control over themselves. This is why they are trying to control your perception of them. With the Hierophant here in reverse, I kind of feel here that we are not talking about somebody who's very stable. The Hierophant here, it is supposed to be a teacher, right? Someone who is very much in traditional knowledge. It's in reverse. It's the kind of person I feel that wouldn't give you a lot of answers, also because they might be hiding a part of themselves. They might want a non-traditional relationship. So they might want, maybe they are bisexual, for example, and so they want to keep some kind of space for their other relationships, or they are somebody not committal, but they don't say it openly. Kind of feel something like that here. The Seven of Swords, I think that it came in the upright position. Yeah, they are sneaky. They are sneaky. They are hiding part of themselves. They are trying to get away with something. They are not transparent. This is the thing. They are not upfront about who they are. They present themselves as being something, but it's like, you know, it's like water. You cannot hold it. You cannot. You might be overthinking a lot, like trying to understand truly who you are dealing with, and it's not clear. It's not clear, and it's intentionally not clear because they don't want to be clear, because they are hiding part of themselves and they are trying to get away. They are trying to get away here with something. They have something hidden. Very selfish energy. Very selfish. You might be, in fact, in a third party situation, and you don't know it. Yeah, look. Knight of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. We had the air sign here in reverse. The swords, it is the air element. All in reverse. If you have already been here, you know that the Knight of Swords in reverse, for me, it is talking about the smear campaign. We saw the owl here, and I told you when I saw the owl that for me the owl represents gossip, right? So this person might be pridely, entertain a lot of different relationships and being very prideful about it, like if they are some kind of playboy, right? Or if it's a woman, like if she's some kind of catch and she has all those men who want them, who are running after them. They are very prideful of that. Yeah, they see people as I cannot find a word, doesn't matter, as pawns to feed their ego. I cannot believe that I cannot find a word that I'm searching for. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they intentionally don't bring any clarity. It is very, very intentional. Very intentional. If they tell you, I don't know how to communicate, I don't know how to... It's bullshit. They don't know how to communicate simply because they are trying to hide something. This is why. It's the kind of person that if they would have a conversation with you, they will plan in advance everything that they will say. They will come into the conversation with you like an actor, reciting a text, and they will not let you bring in your own thoughts into the conversation. They will gaslight you. They will try to maintain this line in the conversation because, as said, they have a pre-planned text and they don't want to escape from it. It's not somebody that is authentic here. It is also somebody that is not authentic with themselves. It is someone who is trying to escape all the time. This is what I feel about this energy. Tell me more here, please. King of Cups in reverse, emotional manipulation. Ten of Swords. Emotional manipulation and betrayal. Yeah, I feel here somebody extremely selfish, somebody who is living in survival mode, but they are totally numb, and so they are living their life through their ego. It flatters their ego to have people craving them, and they are creating this craving by not answering to questions, by limiting their time, their energy. It's the kind of person, you know, that you will send them a message, and even if they want to answer immediately and they saw the message immediately, they will intentionally answer to you hours later, because they want you to believe that they are not accessible, that they are so busy, that you are not important. But it's a very bad gambling when they are dealing with someone who is truly, who knows what they want. But you might lose some time on those kind of people. We have here the give it time, because you might have thought, you know, okay, maybe this person needs time in order to feel comfortable with me, maybe this, maybe that, maybe that. You might have created excuses to this person. So you might have given it some time. But in fact, we are talking here about an emotional manipulator, the king of the emotional manipulators. And they don't, I wanted to say they don't care to betray other people, but I kind of feel that it's the kind of person that wants to feel that they have an impact on you. So they want you to be angry, they want you to compete for them, they want you, they will make you feel or tell you something like you are not showing enough interest, when in fact, because they are answering hours or days after, they are the one not showing interest, in fact, and this is why you might be cautious, and then they will blame you of being cautious, when in fact you are just reacting to their behavior, because they all the time make you feel that you might be too present for them. So you never know what to do. You never feel that whatever you are doing is okay. This is a huge red flag, right? Huge red flag. Yeah, it's someone who is truly ego-driven. It's all about them. It's all about, they want to feel desired. They want to feel that people are craving them. They are desperate for attention. It is someone who is desperate for attention, but they don't want people to know that, to see that, because they are very prideful. But they spend their time saying to other people that they are not investing enough, when in fact they are giving the signs that you shouldn't invest. But then they are blaming you. Everything is your fault, right? Tell me more here, please. Yeah, the Lovers in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah. I kind of feel here with the Seven of Cups in reverse that at a certain moment, you might have understood what's going on. If not, the Seven of Cups might simply be that you are watching this video and now you are awakening to the fact that everything that I'm telling you here totally reflects on the person that you are dealing with, and you now understand the psychological profile that there is behind it and why they are acting the way that they're acting. Because with the Seven of Cups here, there is no more confusion. So, did you get there before? Are you getting to it now? I don't know. The Lovers in reverse here. Yeah, you are dealing here with someone who doesn't want what you want. What they want, it is someone who serves them. This is what they want. They want to be in control. They want to be loved, adulé. It's even more than loved. It's adored. You know, it's like those people who crave fame. What they crave, it is for people to think that they are absolutely amazing. I'm not talking about people who are craving to be recognized for what they are doing. This is different. No, somebody who craves fame. They want to be seen as something absolutely... You know, there are a lot of artists that don't want the fame. They feel uncomfortable with the fame, because they are truly working from a place of loving their work and wanting to share what they believe in, what they are doing. It really comes from the love of what they are doing. It's not about fame, but there are other people that they crave fame. They crave for their ego to be nourished. And at the end of the day, it just shows that someone is not deep at all. They are not deep, because someone who is deep understands that this fame, and this is why some people are uncomfortable with this fame, because they understand that people are loving them, adoring them, but they adore an image, in fact. It's not them, and this is why they are uncomfortable. Let's see. What else should the collective be aware of here? Listen, we had the King of Cups here in reverse, the emotional manipulator, and we have the King of Swords here in reverse, the mindfucker. Yeah, it's somebody extremely manipulative. You know, I kind of feel here, considering that we have the King of Cups and we have the King of Swords, both in reverse, we are talking about someone intelligent, but it is someone who has numbed their feelings. Most people, when they numb their feelings, they are acting from their ego, right? And they are using their intelligence in order to feed their ego. This is, once again, a master manipulator. Death in reverse. Ending. Total ending. This is the kind of person that when you are starting to react, they will ghost you. They will never give you closure. Never. And it's very intentional. One, in order to protect their vulnerability. As said, they want to control the narrative, and they know that if they don't give you closure, you will stay with open questions. And because we are talking here about someone intelligent that understands a little bit about how the human psyche and emotionally how people are, they intentionally don't give you closure in order to keep you hooked. All they want, it is people to be hooked on them. This is what they want. This is what they are searching for. And so the death card here is in reverse because they will ghost you. So they will never tell you that it's open, that it's over. It's the kind of person that will spend some time with you, and then when you are asking them, where are we heading, or I thought that we were in a relationship. Did I ever tell you that we are in a relationship? They intentionally never said it, but they behaved as if they expected from you the behavior of someone in a relationship, but they intentionally never tell you that you are in a relationship because they want to be able to send it to your face the day that you are telling them, but I see that you are in contact with somebody else. What's going on here? I thought that we were in a relationship. Did I ever tell you that we are in a relationship? No, they intentionally did everything for you to believe that you were in a relationship, and they intentionally never told you that you were in a relationship because this is their protection, right? Tell me more here. What should the collective be aware of? Eight of Cups. Yeah, it is somebody here that the moment things are not going according to plan, the moment that they feel that you start to see behind the mask, the moment that they feel that they are losing control over you, the moment that you are starting to speak up, which might take a few months, right? Because in the beginning, you don't know. It takes time to see, understand. You want to be patient. You want to be tolerant. You are trying to understand the person, so it might take some time. But the moment that you are expressing some kind of something that they feel that you might be more intelligent than what they think, less compliant, stronger than what they thought, once they cannot do from you whatever they want, then they leave. They leave you hanging. They leave. Simply, and they make you feel that they left because of you. It's always because of you. They are always either the hero or the victim. Always. It's always because of you. You didn't act according to plan. It is because of you. 10 of Wands in reverse. Exactly. They don't want to carry the burden, because they want to avoid their own feelings. So they will put the burden on you. Always. 5 of Pentacles, they are avoiding to see that in fact they are empty inside. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. They are avoiding the reality. We are here with someone who is running from themselves all the time. And this is why they truly need you to believe that if the relationship didn't work, it is because of you, because they don't want to be burdened. They don't want to be burdened. They don't want to be burdened, and they don't want to touch their own feelings. In fact, we are talking here about someone who feels extremely lonely. Extremely lonely. And you might have somehow felt something there. And so you might, if you have this very motherly character, and you can also be a man that has this motherly energy, that wants to take care of others, you truly might have want to help them, heal them, make them feel secure. Maybe they have told you that in the past people have betrayed them and you wanted to prove to them that no, not everybody will betray you. They haven't been betrayed in the past, right? This is also emotional manipulation, right? This is what it is. They are just escaping all the time, all the time. As soon as somebody wants to have, is making them face the reality of the relationship or who they are, they don't want it. They don't want to see that they are miserable. And so they cannot accept that you might see that they are miserable, in fact. It's truly somebody who is running of themselves, but they are also running. They are running from others, but in fact they are also, and mainly, running of themselves. They don't want to look at their life and see what you might have felt. Because those kind of people, they have something very, very attractive and touching, because you might be sensitive to the wounds of their inner child. This is what might have guided you to be so loving, so patient, so tolerant, because what you saw, it is the inner child in them. And you wanted to give love to this inner child, except that they are not a child anymore and that they are refusing to feel whatever their inner child needs to feel in order to heal. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they have no foundation. They don't want foundation. They pretend to be happy when in fact they are not happy. They are running all the time, all the time. It might be someone who cannot be alone. They cannot... they need to have a lot of people in their life because they cannot sit with themselves. They need to have multiple relationships because if for reason or another you cannot spend time with them at a certain moment, it is a catastrophe for them. They cannot be with themselves. They cannot. So this is why they need a lot of people, and they don't choose quality people, even though you might be someone of quality, of course. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that what they are searching for, it is quantity. They need people who are available to them. They need people who will not tell them no. They need people who will prioritize them and their needs. This is what they need. Yeah, they have very, very strong boundaries. Very strong boundaries. 7 of Wands. They are very defensive, in fact. Tell me more, tell me more. Justice and 9 of Pentacles. I hope that this means that you have understood that you needed to be fair towards yourself. I hope that this means that you are very independent, in fact, and you don't need them, which has allowed you to bring some kind of justice to yourself because you could see the right from the wrong. I will check here because I'm not 100% sure that this is why those cards came out. So please, let me check. Why did justice come out here, please? Yes, I kind of feel here that the justice is coming here. We have the King of Wands. This is somebody very strong, very independent, very fiery, very intelligent. I kind of feel here that you saw somehow in their behavior something that has told you that has kind of it did the opposite of what they wanted, right? They wanted you to always be in this honeymoon phase, but in fact the way of acting it took away the passion. They thought that it would entertain the passion, but in fact it did the opposite. It did the opposite. Because I don't think that they considered you to be so at peace with yourself. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. I kind of feel here that you might have even felt that they were with you out of comfort. That it was very, very selfish. It was all out of their comfort. They didn't care about you. The Page of Pentacles here. I kind of feel that you took the time to truly observe what was going on. And what you have realized, maybe it is, I kind of feel also here that they might have lied about their financial situation. And I'm not saying that for you, how much money they have or they don't have is what drives you, but the fact that they are lying, this might be something that you didn't like. You might have also realized that they were somehow using you, like they were always coming to you. They would never invite you on a date. Like they might have said that they are working until late and this is why they are not taking you on a date. But in fact, you might have realized that it's a question of money. They don't want to pay on you. Something like that here. I love to see this Nine of Pentacles because it kind of means that you are very stable, in fact, right? And I kind of feel that maybe they wanted to feed themselves of your stability. This is what they wanted. They saw you as somebody very abundant, happy, stable, and this is what they wanted to take from you. Closure, please. 5 of Cups and Temperance. Listen, I kind of feel that you took yourself out of this relationship, to be honest. We have the 5 of Cups here in reverse. And we have the Temperance. So you have brought yourself back balance. You didn't let them take you down. I don't feel that you truly have regret about this relationship. As said, you might be thinking about this person more than you would like. But I kind of feel that it is because they are obsessively thinking about you. Kind of the love spell, right? They are all the time thinking about you. And so energetically, somehow, they might come to your mind here and there, much more than what you want. And it might be disturbing for you. Like, why am I thinking about this person? I don't want them. But this is the reason why. This is the reason why. And the reason why you don't want them, it is kind of because I kind of feel that you understand here that it's not a question of time. They wanted to keep you stuck in this honeymoon phase. You are not in this honeymoon phase because all of the manipulation that they did in order to try to keep you on a small fire all the time, it drained your energy. It drained your energy. So they took a very bad gamble by trying to do whatever. And to be very honest, what I feel, it is at the end of the day, they wanted you to be the object of this love spell, but it has backfired on them because they are obsessively thinking about you now. This is what I feel that is happening now. You are not depressed. You are not. But I kind of feel that they are. You are stable. You are stable. I kind of feel here, and as this temperance card came up, when the justice came up, I wanted to say, I kind of feel also that we might say that it's your intuition, we might say that it's your ancestors, your guides, the highest, your higher self. I kind of feel that you received messages, however you define that they are coming to you, to tell you that whatever you were dealing here was not fair towards you, and that you needed to be fair towards yourself. Something inside of you has told you, you don't need none of that. Something inside of you has pushed you to see the reality, and the reality was that in fact this relationship was draining you. It was not making you happy. It was maybe isolating you even. And so you decided to let it go, and since then you are much more stable. Why I said that once I saw the temperance card, I decided to tell you about what I envisioned with this justice. It is because in the temperance card we are seeing an angel, right? The card, normally the classic card, is showing an angel bringing balance. So once I saw this temperance card, I said, okay, I need to tell you that I kind of feel that your intuition has guided you, and your intuition might be, as said, your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, however you define it, right? So let's see, is there anything more here? Yeah, they wanted you to be all the time stressed out. This is what they wanted. But you are not. Yeah, they put you in a third-party situation here, manipulating you all the time, hiding a lot of things, trying to be very confusing and mysterious. It was all very intentional. I kind of feel that you could feel that. You could feel that. You might have spent some time in order to try to understand what was going on there, right? To make some sense of what was going on there. And what truly helped you, in fact, it is your emotional intelligence. You are somebody very intuitive. I kind of feel that you have kind of a good knowledge of who you are. And this has helped you a lot in order to be able here to feel that it was toxic, right? Yeah, it was blocking you. It was totally blocking you. You could see that. You could see that this relationship, it was even blocking you in your life. Like, it was draining your energy. It was draining your energy. So you decided to take the lead of your life, and it's exactly what you needed to do. And take distance. Take distance. This person was blocking you. It was blocking you. They were stressing you out. This is what they were doing. So you decided to concentrate on yourself. This is exactly what you needed to do. I will leave it here. I think that we have a clear image here of what's going on. I hope that it was inspiring, insightful. I'll read you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.